Hello children, welcome to a lesson in EVS subject, that is lesson number 8. The name of the lesson is Our Need for Water. Now, whenever you think about water children, we always think about water in a bottle, isn't it? Our mummy fills up water in the bottle and she keeps it in the fridge for us to drink sometimes. We also think about the water that we drink from a glass. So, the moment I say water, we always think about these kind of images regarding water. Water in a bottle, water in a glass, etc. Some of us who have gone to beaches for picnics might also think about the sea and the water present in the sea. Or if you are living in a village, you might think about the river which is there in the village, which is a source of water for you. So, when we talk about the water, we always think about water on the outside, isn't it? The bottle of water, the glass of water, water coming from the tap, water in a bucket, in your house, water in the sea, water in the river, rainwater, etc. But children, do you know? Are you aware that even the human body, that is our body, is composed of water? A major part of the human body is composed of water. That means water is not just water in the glass and water in the bottle, but water is also a part of our human body. And therefore, our need for water is something which is very, very important, isn't it? So, let us talk about water and its importance or its need for us. So, let us look at some beautiful images now. So, look, what is this? This is a child like you who is little sad. And what is happening? This child is crying. And why the child is crying? What can you see? You can see a drop of water coming out of his eyes, isn't it? What is this drop of water called, children? It is called as a tear. So, tears which come out of our eye is also a form of water. And where is it coming from? It is coming from your eyes. Your eyes are a part of your body, isn't it? Look at the next example of water in our body. So, have you ever seen this kind of tamarind? Imli. Sometimes we see kairi, or sometimes when we see the pani puri, isn't it? What happens to our mouth? Our mouth starts watering. And what is that water called? It is called saliva. So, the water which is there in your mouth is called saliva. The water which comes out of your eyes is called tears. So, can you see how water is present in our body in various forms, isn't it? Let us look at the next one now. Look what is happening to this people. There is water flowing from his nose, isn't it? Have you experienced this, children, during the rainy season? When you get wet, you get a cold, okay? You start coughing and then your nose starts running. Now, your nose starts running doesn't mean that your nose gets off your body and it starts running. It means that water starts coming out of your nose. So this water which comes out of your nose, out from your nose, is also a part of the water in your body, isn't it? Let us look at something else now. This happens to us, isn't it? When we are sometime sharpening our pencil using a blade instead of a sharpener, or when your mummy gives you work to cut something like onion or to cut some tomatoes, and if you are not careful you cut your hand by mistake, and what comes out? Blood comes out of your finger. Now, blood is also a kind of water, isn't it? Which comes out of your body. So, look, water is present in our body in the form of tears, in the form of saliva, and in the form of blood. So, can you see how water is a very important part of our body also? Isn't it? So, water is there in our body in various forms. Alright. Now, let us move on and see whether the water is present in vegetables and fruits also. So, what is this boy doing? There is a cucumber in front of him. A cucumber means you call it khira or you also call it kakdi, isn't it? So, when you grate the kakdi and when you pressed it, okay, when you grate it, when you kaddukas the kakdi and when you pressed it, look what comes out of the kakdi. What comes out of a cucumber? Water comes out. That means there is water in cucumber. Also, likewise, there is water in lemons. Can you see? He is squeezing the lemon and water is coming out of the lemon juice. So, in lemons also there is water in the form of juice. In oranges, there is water in the form of juice. Can you see? She has cut the orange into two halves and one half she has held it over the juicer and there is juice coming out of the orange. So, you will see that water is present in a number of fruits and vegetables also. Not only in the human body but also in fruits and vegetables. Now, let us move on and let us see what happens when you do not have enough water in your body. When you do not drink enough water, what happens? You feel thirsty. Thirsty means what? Your throat starts drying up and you feel very uncomfortable. Isn't it? When it is very hot also, you feel very uncomfortable and then what do? When you drink water, you become okay. Alright? When you drink water, you become okay. So, when your body needs water, we need water for a lot of functions in our body. So, when your body needs water, how does it tell you that it needs water? By telling you that you are thirsty, isn't it? So, now let us look at the different needs of water in your body. So, look, water forms saliva. I just now told you about saliva. When you think about some food which is very tasty, which you like a lot, what happens? Your mouth starts watering. That is called saliva. Water throws out the waste matter from your body. Okay? Water helps to keep your joints healthy. Water also allows proper function of a brain. Sometimes you will see that your head starts aching. You get a lot of headache, but that you need not have a tablet all the time. Sometimes you do not drink enough water. That is why also your head get an ache. Okay. So whenever your head aches, the next time drink a glass of water and see whether it makes a difference. It allows the cell also in your body to grow. So this is the uses of water in our body. Let us look at some of them in detail now. So what keeps the blood in our body also thin? Alright, now you know children, the blood has to flow throughout our body. If blood does not flow throughout our body will not get oxygen and then we will die. So if the blood has to flow properly, it has to be thin, isn't it? Sometimes when people's blood become thick, they get a heart attack and they die. Okay, so it is water which helps to keep the blood thin. It keeps the blood watery. You will learn more about this in the higher classes. Okay, so for now it is important for us to know that blood keeps thin. Okay, so thin, the blood should remain thin if you drink enough water. Okay, when you drink enough water, digestion of body also takes place properly. Now children, you must have seen your mummy grinding masala in the mixer. So when she puts only the masala in the mixer and she tries to grind, does the mixer work properly? No, isn't it? So what does she do? She adds some water. So in the same way, water helps to digest the food that we get. You will also see that water helps to remove the waste matter from our body. Now, what is the waste matter? Okay, which is there in our body, in the body of human beings as well as the body of animals. You will see that the waste matter is removed in the form of urine and stool. Okay, so if you have to remove all this waste from your body, you should drink water properly. Look, these animals also need water. You must have seen a dog doing susu. So a dog urinates, isn't it? So that is also waste matter, just like human beings waste matter thrown out of the dog's body also, out of the cat's also, out of the lion's body also, out of the elephant's body also, isn't it? So to throw waste matter out of the body of human beings or animals, you need to drink enough water. So along with the urination, the water is thrown out in the form of stool also. So look here, a dog passing stool. So if the dog has to pass stool, that if it has to throw the waste matter out of its body, it drinks a lot of water. It needs to drink a lot of water. And the same goes for us, human beings also. If we have to throw the waste matter out of our body, we will have to drink a lot of water. Now children, let us move on and let us look at some animals drinking water. Look at the dog. How dog drinks water. Can you see how the dog is drinking water using its tongue? There are other animals which drinks water. Look, the horse drinking water. Now, not only the domestic animals, children, but wild animals also need to drink water. Look, this is a tiger drinking water. It is looking at you also. So be very careful, alright? And then you will see that a tiny animal like a snail needs to drink water. So whether it is a domestic animal, whether it is a wild animal, whether it is a big animal or a small animal, all of them needs to drink water in order to live. Isn't it? So wasn't it interesting? Now look at this people. Look at this people who keep animals at home. That is, you keep dog at home, you will give the dog water to drink. Other animals like ant, the honeybee, crab, the scorpion, and so many other animals like birds, sparrows, ducks, all these animals also need water. We do not give them water to drink, but they drink water from nature. Okay, and sometimes you must have seen people go on these safaris. Okay, can you see those people in the jeep? They go on safaris in the jungle, and where these people take them, they take them near the water hole. So, what is a water hole, children? A water hole is like a pond or a small lake in the jungle where animals go to drink water. So people know animals will come here to drink water. That is the reason in a safari people go near the water holes to see these animals, because these wild animals require water when they feel thirsty. They come to these water holes to drink water. Okay, now let us move on and talk about the human beings. So, look, human beings, what all these people are doing here in the image from the textbook. Now, let us look at them and let us try and understand what all they are doing. So, these two aunties here, they are washing their clothes here, isn't it? Now, this uncle this uncle is washing his cow. Okay, you will see this people like this lady, the boy carrying water away from this place. So they will take this water at their home and there they will wash some vessels. They will cook using this water. You will also see these animals drinking water from there. The goats are drinking water from this river, and of course small and naughty children like you playing in the river water. Okay, children like you are playing in the river water. So see how water is very very essential for us, not only for us but also for our animals. We bath them, we give them water to drink, and for our own use also we make use of water to wash clothes, to wash vessels, to have a bath, etc. So look at this one more image in your textbook. People need water not only for drinking but also for cooking and for cleaning our own bodies, cleaning our clothes, okay? Cleaning our vessels, not only in the house but also outside. For example, look at this farmer, Shetkari. He needs water, isn't it? Water to water his plants, okay, and the fields to water his plants and fields. And also people who have big companies like big factories, they also need water. So water is very very important for us, for our lives. Okay, so did you understand, children, why we need water? It is not only human beings and animals that need water, but also plants need water to grow. Look, if you keep watering the plant, it will grow beautifully. Alright, let us look at this small experiment here. Experiment here from the textbook. So we know that plants need water to grow well. So for example, we have taken two plants here, the same kind of plant, okay, the same height and the same type of plant. So let us call one plant as plant 1. Okay, the first plant we will as plant 1 and the other one as plant 2. So let us water plant 1 now. So we will give plant 1 now a lot of water. We will water it regularly, and plant number 2 we will be wicked towards this plant. We will not give any water to this plant. After some days, what you will see? You will see that plant number 1 is growing well, whereas look at the plant number 2, the poor plant has withered away. Withered away means not giving water to drink. That isn't it? The plant is getting thirsty, but you're not giving water to drink. And that is the reason the plant has withered away. That means it will die very soon. Okay, so plants also need water to grow. Now you have some potted plants at home. Many of us we have. Sometimes if you are living in a village, you have a big garden around your house. But we poor people who live in cities, we do not have that much space, isn't it? So we have small kind of potted plants in our gallery, in our terrace, etc. How do you water this plant, children? You water them regularly, daily, in the morning or in the evening, using a can, using a bucket, etc. Now, people who have farms, the farmers, what do? They have this kind of machines to water their plants, to water their crops. Okay, look here, one more machine. Okay, these are all sprinklers, but then you must have seen that it is the plants that there in the pots, that are there in the fields, watered by us. They are watered by us. Plants, fields, they all are watered by us. We give them water. What about the plants that grow in the jungles? Okay, when we were talking about animals also, we discussed that animals who are pet in our homes, okay, who are pet in our homes. For example, our doggies, our cats, we give them water. But there are various other animals like the snake, like the crocodile, etc., which drink water from outside, isn't it? What about the plant in the jungle? How they get water from? They get water from the rain. So when it rains, the plants get lots and lots of water and they continue to grow. Okay, so that means not only the plants which is there in your home, which are your potted plants or your crops, but also the plants in the jungle need water. Okay, and how do these plants use this water? Water seeps into the soil and roots of plants absorbs it. Can you see water which comes from in the form of rain, okay, or water which you pour, it goes into the soil, and from the soil it mixes up in the soil and then form the soil, and it mixes up in the soil and then it is put it up by these plants using the root. Okay, so that is how water is used by these plants in order to grow well. So now only animals, so not only animals, not only human beings, but also plants need water to grow well. Now, there are some plants, children, which are farmed only in water. For example, look, this is one kind of plant called as the bulrush. So, this plant you will find it only in water. Okay, if you pluck this plant from this water, you will try to pull it in the soil, put it in the soil. Okay, if you will try to put it in the soil, this plant will die. So there are certain plants which grow only in water. Look at one more plant which grows in water. It is called as the water hyacinth. Alright, now this image must not be clear to you all. So you see now how it's look from close. Now look this flower. You must have seen this. So this is a water hyacinth. This plant also can grow only in water. If you pull it out of water and if you like it very much and you say, okay, this is very beautiful, this flower is very pretty, let me pull it out of the water and let me take it home and plant it in a pot. It will die there. It will not live there. Okay. So there are some water plants. Let us look at some more water plants. Look, you must have seen this plant and this beautiful flower. This is a lotus. So lotuses are flower or plants which grow only in water. You cannot pluck it from water and try to plant it in soil. Now look, this is one more water plant. This is called as the water chestnut. Okay, you also called it as singada. You must have seen this. Okay, this is a water chestnut. Now in the rainy season, when the rainy season starts getting over, you will see people loaded with carts of this water chestnut. Okay, people who keep fast, they also eat जो पास रखते. Okay, people who keep fast, they also eat these things. Eat this thing. So these are all plants which grow in water. So we learned so much about water today, and we also learned that everyone should take care to keep the public source of water clean. It is our responsibility to do it. Okay, children? So, public source of water means river, lake. You should try to keep it clean, and also remember as a children, as children, okay? And also remember as children, you should see that you never waste water. Okay, you should not waste water. Okay, children? Now we'll just see what have we studied in this lesson today. Living things need water. Okay, we have learned that not only human beings, plants and animals also need water. Next, there is water in the bodies of living things. Okay, that is why the body keeps working properly. Next, we saw we get thirsty when there is lack of water in our body. So we should drink enough water. Next, we learned that many villages have a common source of water from which water is taken for use. Okay, a public source of water from where many people use water. From there, taken for use at home. Certain birds and plants are commonly found near such sources. Okay, so this way you'll find many other plants and birds, animals near these sources. We also need water not only for drinking but also for cleaning, cooking, growing crops, and for industry. Okay, so we need water for not only drinking but also for cleaning, cooking, growing crops, and for industry. Next, we learn that the roots of plants go deep into the soil and absorb water. Okay, children, that's all for today. I hope you understood this lesson very well. Thank you.